what's funny is that I almost hit the wrong scene. I almost went straight into the gaming scene like usual. Okay, so usually I play music, but this time around I'm going to use solely ambience. So if you guys want to play music yourself, you can. And the only thing that you're going to hear is the sound of rustling leaves and birds. That's the only thing that's going to be in the background today. Now, I am a tad bit rusty, so don't expect good anatomy today. Well, actually, let me put my desk down a little bit more. Having a setup for drawing is kind of a pain in the butt. Because I feel like I have so much more claustrophobia when it comes to having this sort of setup for the tablet, and the fact that I have like a gaming pillow on my lap in addition to my keyboard here. And the fact that I use my mouse while I draw too, which is really funny. So I have the whole electronic conglomeration here. Yeah, I have been stuffed into a small rectangle so you guys can see me but still see the lovely background. At some point I have to, I need to edit this layout a little bit more. It looks really nice right now. I'm very happy for it. Now, I don't particularly have a lot in mind for this design, so I'm hoping we can flesh it out together. Because I have just a bust shot that I drew in the middle of the night on a handheld Samsung tablet that's really old. Doesn't even have a proper pen to go with it. It's like this really thin S Pen. But I do have some inspiration. And I think I'm going to adjust how I want these little angel wings, because I think that I'm going to add some angel wings onto her head. If you played Honkai Star Rail, you'll know the character inspiration. Let's go the easy route and use the symmetrical ruler. It's a drive-by wisp. You're all pretty. You're pretty. I don't know if you're still here, but you're pretty too. The prettiest of pretty people. Hi, legend. Hello, everyone. I feel like I probably should have put this in the pinned comment. There's gonna be no music today. It's just ambience. So you guys can play whatever music you desire. But know that whatever music that you play, you're gonna hear birds in the distance. It's gonna be like that you're listening to... It's gonna be like you're listening to music in the midst of a picnic. And still, I can never get my tablet to sit at a right angle. It always feels like it's wrong. Which is why I always have a secondary preview of my canvas on my main monitor. For additional reasons that I can't get this I can't get this tablet to color. What's it? I can't get the colors to look right on this tablet. No matter what I do to it, it feels like it's always off, but it could be my other monitors might be off. I have no idea. You're drawing on one side and it magically appears on the other side, which yes. It's the wonders of the wonders of magic that comes with with a tablet. It's an enchanted canvas. I didn't think about that when I set it up like this. I just thought it would be nice to have like an actual like canvas setup. Wonder if we should have them curvier due to the toga-esque aesthetic that we're going to be going for. Also, I put it out on Twitter. I don't know. I don't feel like we're going to go for a long time for streaming because it was already 85 degrees. Now it's 86 before the stream even started, so it's probably going to get a little bit toastier. I do have a frozen water bottle with me currently, so hopefully I'm not completely slow roasting myself. Hopefully. Also, I hope you guys are having a good day. I hope that you've eaten well today. I hope that you've had water and or electrolytes today. Proud of you for having water. I have paint water. No, I do. I have an electrolyte drink in addition to some coffee. Which is cherry flavor. I have had water today as well. I wanted to ask you about the coloring tools for the program you use. God, if you're asking about the colors in like this section here. Oh. Wait. In this section, that is on, I think it's called Ibis Paint on the Samsung tablet on the App Store. But usually I have so many downloaded brushes, it's not even funny. Because typically I use a cream pencil when I'm sketching. But I've recently found a lovely painting brush tool. I currently have it renamed as Happy Paint, so I remember which one it is. I'll have to find out which Clip Studio asset that is. Sorry. Those proportions are so off. Oh, goodness. Yeah, you're right. I've only had a cup of coffee for dehydration. I mean, it hydrates somewhat, but coffee is a diuretic, so it's gonna make you pee. So you need to replenish it. And if you're sweating, you need to drink even more. Isn't there a tool that you circle the line color and then the color? There's a tool that you circle the line color and then it will color it blue because it's just the paint bucket there. Always a pixel and goes through the colors. Oh, I have a tool that helps with that. It's currently, I believe, in Japanese, so I can't tell you exactly what tool it is currently. But you have you have the line art, and then you have the you're choosing it as the reference layer. And then you have additional other layers so you can like circle the line art and it fills it in completely by itself. As long as you have the proper reference set up for it. Let's make this one curvy lady. Get a smaller brush. I remember when I had a trillion brushes and my Photoshop decided to nuke itself. I haven't used Photoshop since its CD days. I moved on to Clip Studio. Well, no, actually, I think I moved on from Photoshop to Paint Tool Sci at the time. Paint Tool Sci was my go-to program for a very long time until I tried out Krita and then I bought Clip Studio. I think you can use it on a rough sketch, that tool. I believe. But that's so sad to have all your Photoshop just nukes itself. And I say that I use a lot of the brushes that I currently have, but there's many I've downloaded for like just in case. Like, what if I use this? But I also have a lot of what if brushes. I think mainly I use a handful of brushes unless I'm doing like foliage, then I have specific brushes for those. But then I have so many 3D assets because angles and depth perception are a big pain in the butt. They're a huge pain in the butt. So having 3D assets of something is very lovely to have. I really love this the symmetry tool when it comes to just character designs. I don't have to think about poses. I just have to think about style. I think the torso might be a little bit short. It is really a pain to color a lot of things manually, especially if you're doing... foliage is like the minute details that are really hard to do unless you paint loosey-goosey. It is really hard to paint foliage, which is why I love Clip Studio assets, because you can take some of that time that you would do each individual detailed leaf into something that's a little bit less time consuming. Because somebody else has already taken the time consuming part out for you. I went bald here for a second? I'm not bald. I'm not bald at all. This character is currently bald, but they're gonna have voluminous hair later. When I just get some of the anatomy down. Your YouTube profile changed, so I thought that was an April Fool. No, it's just my big forehead. I did initially change it for a brief moment to... You know what? I'm gonna keep it up on the screen just because it's so funny. I'm gonna have it sit on the desk. One moment. I'm gonna put it on the desk. Because my friend made a very... I think one of my other friends paid my other friend, who's an artist, to draw me in this weird meme cookie. And I was like, oh god, it would be so funny if... It would be so funny to have it in like a... Did I save over it? Where is it? Is that it? Yeah, there it is. It would be so funny to have it do like that lizard one eye closing, one eye open. One eye closing at a time. And I changed that to my icon on I changed that to my icon on YouTube for a little bit. This is what my Discord icon is though. Currently with the witch hat on, because my friend gifted me a what's it? It's an avatar banner thing. I don't know. But it's a witch hat. And that's what I have as my Discord icon. I had to unlearn my perspective skills because I had technical drawing for 7 years and all of my drawing defaulted to isometric or caliber. Ah. See, perspectives are really fun to draw, but when you're having a bad art day... Let's see, I'm probably going to have a bad hand drawing day. Hands are also the bane of my existence. We're gonna make a block hand for now. At least anatomy is not too difficult anymore. I still really hate drawing feet sometimes. They never look right, especially if I'm trying to detail them. So I have also recently found a 3D model for feet, and it helps immensely with perspective and depth to the feet. 'Cause that's also a problem, is creating, it's like too flat. So even if you add all of these extra lines and layers and shading, sometimes it still doesn't look right. Okay. Now we can create some shapes. So let me shimmy this over so you guys can see the references more. Now, I was thinking of going for traditional toga or Roman attire, but we might zhuzh it up a little bit to make it a little bit more unique. I do think that I want to put wings around the side of the head, the hair. Because I think that would be cute. So seeing all of the character designs now, that there is a lot more characters that have the wings on the sides of their head. And the emotions that you can have with it. So like if you're shy, you can put the wings over top your eyes. You don't see anything. But to have a thought process of doing art for in school purposes or in school like ways, I feel like you lose a lot of your individuality when it comes to when it comes to learning from a teacher. Though there is a lot of good teachers. There's a lot of good teachers in the world. But sometimes you have those teachers that teach you specifically how they do art, and nothing else. And it's kind of sad, because then it's just a carbon copy. No additional thought process. Oh my goodness. I really need to lock these layers into place. They keep shifting. I keep touching the wrong thing. Okay. Now, I don't think that I'm going to recreate this well enough, because I was very, very loose with the hair. I should do the outfit first and not the hair, since we already know what the hair is established as. Because I know I do want to keep with like the... maybe a slightly tinged color, but mostly white fabric. Because we know we want the belts. The belts can create a lot of like interesting textures. Maybe a chiffon-like fabric would be good. Something that's very flowy. Because then you can still have like the outline of the body there. But you have the security that doesn't really show anything. It's just pretty. But the question is, as well, if this is a design that's going to be sold, if it does, how far do I cover up everything? And how many roses do you think is too many roses? How many roses do you think I could possibly get away with? And also keep like, maybe also utilize some baby's breath. Hi. I know, face. How are you? I have this the silly one, which is probably my inner brain sitting on the desk. I forgot about one, this screen from the model debut, and two, silly blinkies. Yeah. Yep. Didn't they say inner boob was okay, but outer side boob was not fine? Maybe we can go... Maybe I can go a little risky. But while we're at it, hydrate time, I will take a few sips of my drink. Forewarning, don't drink the paint water. Oh, I still have some coffee left too. That's a little hard to see. Let's stick up purple. Oh, that's better. If bad, why colorful? Don't drink the paint water. Don't mistake your own drink for the paint water. It might be pretty and look like juice, but it's not. It's not. It's definitely not. Paint water is bad. It's very bad, especially if you're using like traditional paints. The majority of them are funky. I don't know. Maybe having it open in the middle looks a little awkward. Let's see. Go back. Go back and put it on an additional layer. Oh, hello. Stream Deck update. No thanks. Not today. It's the same reason why hugging a bear is a bad idea despite it being fuzzy and friend-shaped. Exactly. I can't stop staring at the blinky little derp. Its eyes are peering at my soul. Good. It's giving you subliminal messages of making sure that you eat today, drink today, and take your medication today. You just need to have a slightly different shape, not as loose at the top. Because this inspiration right here would be nice. I want to explore some other options, especially if we're going for like the current shape we have right now. Because I think inner boob's fine. No, I don't want to download the GeForce driver right now. Freaking leave me be. I'm drawing. Because then what we could do is that you could think of like some chain designs to put in the front. That'd be pretty. Speaking of updates, the Switch enabled the virtual game car thing last night. Sadly, I don't have anyone I could swap games with. Oh yeah, that's right. That you can share the game for a week. I remember seeing that. I'm out of my medication inhaler, but I'm too lazy to order a new one. Breathing's overrated. I have an inhaler that I should be using on the daily, so as the constant state that I get sick, that I don't get extra sick. Also, I like that you guys so far have had like a good has received good thoughts with the idea that I have for chat streams or a chat stream. Because there's not a lot of chances that you can really talk about your aches, pains, illnesses, and latest health issue. And I thought that would be like the perfect opportunity, because I talk about my aches, pains, and issues all the time, and I know that we usually like get into talking about it, but not really like in depth. So I thought that'd be a cool idea. I think I'm gonna need to bring one of these arms out. Hide that ruler real quick. Hide that clothing. Gonna grab this arm. I'm gonna squish it all the way out. Yeah, I could probably leave it like that. That way I have sleeve room. If inner boob wasn't allowed, I feel like 80% of femme VTubers would poof of smoke. They would have to get like a I don't remember what it's called. There's like little attachments that you can put onto. It's kind of like a camisole, but it's just the attachment to go onto the inner part of your shirt. Everybody's gonna have to start wearing tank tops underneath. Hide the booba. You gotta hide the boobs. They can't have boobs. Having booba is forbidden. Might need to adjust how that sits, but ideas. Hi, Giga Gamer. Hello, hello, hello. As I know, showing the inner part of the thigh here, what people consider to be like love handles. I think that's what they're typically called. There's probably a scientific word for it. You can't show that on Twitch. That's against terms of service unless you're in a beach setting. Side boob, I believe, is also not okay. Inner boob? I can't remember. I think that's inner boob's fine. A censor bar on all VTubers. There you go. With the family, Nintendo family members can swap for 2 weeks at a time, but for 2 consoles that you're signed into, it's permanent? Ooh! I'll have to sign into Size so that we can both have each other's video games. Should there even be shoes? If we're going for like the ethereal Roman angel. I don't know if I like those sleeves. I think I'm gonna figure out a different sleeve. Maybe no sleeves and just jewelry? Oh, whoops. That way you can show off the beautiful arms. The thing is that they treat it as though it's a physical cartridge and that only one of you can have access to a game at a time, and it would help if Sai signed into yours as well. Yeah. I know that we are both on the same family plan. So that might help expedite the process. Do they typically not have bracelets and it's more along the lines of just armbands? Or maybe we can think of some, like, gold vines, maybe? We can have it like a cuff instead of a full-on armband? Just have it trail all the way down. Hi, Bob. Hello, hello. Hi, 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 hi. Maybe then we can put the jewelry on the other side. Or maybe we can also have it to where it's like a cuff on the... a cuff for the necklace as well. I don't know if this is not specifically Roman, I'm sure, but this is creative liberties. Though it probably might be a little bit too revealing. What? Should there be an something underneath the fabric so it's not as risque? 'Cause it might be a little risky. Oops. When you forget you have the symmetry tool on. I was gonna say I bought a pair of silicone feet and hands. They really help. They do. I have heard that people will buy those. I think that I just currently have. I have those very cheap traditional wooden hands. But mostly if I can't get a hand to look right, I'll either look at my own hand. Some people also take pictures of their hands in the mirror. Or there's also like the 3D assets too, which are very, very helpful. Hi, Wubs. If you want authenticity, no. If you're a coward, yes. Wubs the Great and Powerful has returned from the Shadow Realm to bring good tidings to the Snail God. Yay! At this point, I just accept that we have a Snail God now. Yeah, you can use your own appendages. That's why it's really great to have a floor mirror. So you can take like full body poses and hand poses really easily. Maybe stick with the cuff motif instead of the bands. Because then we can make it really, really cool, intricate things like have it wrap around everything. And then you can randomly put chains around. What is trying to disconnect in my USB? Wrong layer. Hello. Where is my cursor? There it is. Gold vines. Maybe gold. Should we do like real roses or gold roses for all the accents as well, except for like her hair and then the baby's breath in the hair too. Hi Geller. Am I winning? I hope so. We're coming up with design ideas. This is what I love about designing, is coming up with the concepts. But I'm not particularly really good at, I'm not particularly really good at... What is wrong with my mouth? What did I do? Hold on. What the heck? One second. Something's wrong with my mouth. What the heck? My mouth won't close. Did I hit something by accident? One second. I hunger for dirt? No, I don't. Weird lockjaw. There's weird lockjaw going on. Maybe I hit something by accident. Okay, hopefully that's fine. I don't know what was going on with that. It's fixed now. I hunger for dirt. I hunger for brownies. Release the brownies. Regular roses might be too much red with the hair. I agree. I agree. But I wonder if we're gonna go for red, I think gold would be the right choice. 'Cause silver with red is pretty, but there's just something about really vibrant colors in gold. Like gold and dark purple is really pretty. Gold and green is also really pretty, like a nice vibrant. Which is why I have it on this one. Which is why I have like different color thought processes. I think the red speaks to me the most, even though these other colors are very nice. The purple caught my eye, but that's probably personal taste. Yeah, I really do like the purple. Maybe like with this purple, I could do like a slightly different design with a different flower. Because there's a immense amount of flowers that have to use kind of vibrant purple colors. It'd be very pretty. But there's also something about red and green that's really nice. Which is why I had like several different sets of colors. And I really like the idea of like the petal eyes. So I think that might add some like varying colors so it pops out a bit more. 'Cause also had the thought process, if I can get rid of that one, where her hair was back too, so you can have a more, maybe it's just like an alternate hairstyle, where her eyelashes are more of the focus in addition to like her eyebrows. And probably more flowers. But I really like the shaggy fringe. It's just too cute. I love drawing wavy hair. It's just it flips in places that you don't expect, and it's a lot easier, I feel, to draw hair when it's like this unpredictable, because straight hair flows and lays a certain way. Fluffy hair usually has a bit of like, it's a bit whimsical. It's full of whimsy. Goes where it wants to. I think we'll leave the feet barefoot, even though it looks a little silly. It looks like nubs and not feet, because I'm not putting forth any effort towards those feet at the moment. What? God, what layer am I on right now? Okay, no, I'm on the proper layer. Good, good. Hide that folder. The fear that you're on the wrong layer. Yeah, sometimes feet just be triangles. It's a lot of triangles and a couple circles. And that's all I can muster today. And that's A-okay. This is, in the end, this is a concept and not a full outfit. This is not a fully finished, designed product. I wonder if, for design aspects that come into VTuber, the VTuber aesthetics, and also what's going to translate well in live 2D. I wonder if like literally anything is free game, and whether or not it's actually going to be something that actually works out, or if somebody's going to have to modify it a little bit for live 2D. What if I do a one-sided sleeve? Because we have all of the beautiful gold leaves on one side that we could do a nice sleeve on the other side. Like make it maybe a little bit shorter. I say as I make it long. Let's have it really, really flowy. Let's have it flow all the way down. Also, that's a very eyeball hurty color. Let me change that. change that to a darker green. There we go. That doesn't hurt as much. If that's all you can muster, then we can relish in the beauty of art. If you want to catch up later on and change something, it may or mayonnaise be the way to go. Barbecue sauce? I swear. No Face, I love you. I love you so much. That was beautiful. Oh, I have on the way. I don't know if it's already been delivered yet. I bought a new pole, a longer pole from my monitor stand, so I can sit my monitors higher up. And I think I'm going to be able to configure my desk a little bit differently. So I don't know if I'll do that today, since we are going to be streaming again tomorrow. Would it be a little bit too heavy on one side to have just the one sleeve? Or should we just keep it no sleeve and have the arms on full show? Pretty sure that sentence is 70% nonsense, but that's the price we pay for puns sometimes. But it's so good, though! And you took, like, little to no time to say, or to figure out how to say that, and that's lovely. That was great. Whoops, not that one. So, copy that. That there, that there. Okay. Maybe we can do like a combo of these two references I have right here, and have the fabric mostly white, but have it tinged a different color at the end. Give it some texture. To come up with puns like that on the fly is a talent. Maybe for modesty's sake that we could have it completely opaque around the top and then have it silhouette down into a more sheer fabric. That might be a good idea. Because then all the important bits are covered and you don't have to worry about anything else. You don't have to worry about having an oopsie poopsie moment with your anatomy showing. I've also realized that I really like drawing really thick eyebrows for some reason. Things that I've learned about my drawing process is that there's certain things that stay a little bit too consistent. And that is definitely, I draw too thick eyebrows. God dang it. I draw too thick eyebrows. And I really like droopy eyes for some reason. But we love our oopsie poopsies. That depends on the situation, because if your oopsie poopsie is gonna get you in trouble, that's a little that's a little different. That's gonna cause problems. We don't want the oopsie poopy we don't want the oopsie poopsies to get you in trouble. We can't have that. In this particular case, oopsie poopsie can be controlled Z, control Z'd, hopefully. Yes, the artistic nudity, I believe, is completely fine on YouTube and Twitch. Though I do think that they had to do a lot of specifications on Twitch, though. As long as I'm not drawing something erotic, it's fine. This is simply art. And absolutely nothing wrong with it. Though some people can still possibly be buttholes and still, like, you know, people report things for silly reasons. Because people are butts, and they do the things that they do. It's so funny seeing like a slightly chibi-fied version with the way that I have the face going on. Actually, I might need to lower down the flowers a little bit. Oh, hello. What layer is that? Oh, I just merged the two layers together. That's fine. She's balding. Oh no. I can't have her be balding. She's slowly shedding her hair. Yeah, I'm not gonna create it as floofy as I have it in the first picture. What was I on in the middle of the night to have it look like that? What did I do? Was it just sleep deprivation? Is sleep deprivation the best time to be drawing? There's no structure to this hair at all. That's fine. It's just gonna look like that until we figure things out. No worries. It'll just look like funk. And that's a-okay. Because this is meant to be practice. Practice and styling. A 3 a.m. energy surge. That could probably be what it is. Because usually it's in the middle of the night where you really get that urge to draw something. And I try to be good and not. Because I can't just doodle. And what I mean by doodling, it's not necessarily like the art that I'm drawing is going to be fantastic. But if I know that I'm not going to just like 30 minutes, get it out of my system, done and dusted, I'm good to go to sleep. No. Most of the time it's, oh, it's 6 a.m. I should have been in bed. Well, I was in bed, but I wasn't utilizing the bed for what it should be used for, is sleep. I should have been using it for sleep purposes. Baby's breath. And then we have the... Should I keep the earrings as roses? I still think that they're kind of cute that way. Easy rose. And then need another layer underneath the hair. And think about Because I think I don't want to keep them the same color as the hair, though. I might tinge the ends of the wings pink. I keep them like mostly really droopy. By the way, Wiz, it's been a while. How's you and wifey doing? Everything still good? From my knowledge, they're doing decent. It's just being at works that sucks. I think Sai might be napping right now. They might be in La La Land. Also, I think maybe Wiz might be at work too, which might be why they're not like currently responding. I always, you know what? I always assume Wisp is at work, but it is a Wednesday. It's midweek. I assume everyone's at work. There's not a lot of people that get middays off unless it's like random retail. Now then, should I go the full length and also give hip wings? Because if I do hip wings, I might want to take this sleeve away. Remove that. Let's put the sleeve on a different layer so I can take it on and off. You know what? I forgot to record this whole thing instead of just doing the replay. Dang it! I wanted to record, not use the replay buffer. Well, that's fine. That's okay. Let me move that over. Actually, you know what? We'll get rid of that since we already know that we're gonna do gold. Go ahead and get rid of the other wings or the other sleeve for now. Because I think maybe hip wings might be a little bit too much, but we'll see what it looks like. Because we could have something that doesn't really show up in Live 2D and you have like tiny wings. Because I could attach like to the small of the back. You know what? I actually kind of like that. Too soothing, just doze out looking great. I hope you have a good nap, Geller. I hope you have a good nap. Would it be too much to have it on the other side too? Quick wings! Yay! I love how you made those wings. Thank you. It really is kind of surprising how quick you can make wings with just like a few strokes of the paintbrush. Make them all nice, long, and wispy. And then if you feel like you want to have a little bit of variety, you put some notches in those feathers. In with the grain. Because feathers will always kind of like droop down unless they're those really cool curly pigeons. And they have like those really, really pretty wavy wings. Wavy feathers. When Peach drank too much Red Bull, I have never drank Red Bull before. I have never partook in a energy drink. I drink coffee, but I've never had an energy drink in my life. I would say the closest thing that I've had to an energy drink is just drinking straight up cold brew. Just nothing but cold brew. Cause I think on the daily I have at least one thing of cold brew with some milk and whatever sweetener I have at the time. It's an old Red Bull ad. Red Bull gives you wings. Yes. I get your meaning now. Red Bull gives you wings. Me neither. I've had one once, but I just took a sip to see how it tasted. I know that a lot of people do get addicted to energy drinks, but I also think that's because it's like also a caffeine / sugar addiction. I know some people can be really, really addicted to Mountain Dew, and that is basically the equivalent of soda energy drink. Red Bull tastes really close to lemon lime. Really? I don't know why I have in my head that because it's called Red Bull, I would assume that it tasted like strawberry or cherry or something. I never thought it would taste like lemon lime. Tastes like mild bubbly paint stripper. Paint stripper? Oh my god. That sounds awful. Maybe I'm glad that I don't that I don't have energy drinks. Maybe that's a good thing. Lemon lime butt paint stripper. Acquire tastes like alcohol, I guess. Yeah, it's like acai that the acai berry that a lot of people, I think still now, but it was very, very popular health food years ago, and everybody was saying, "Oh, you need this as a superfood." It doesn't taste good unless you grow up with it. It is an acquired taste. It is something that you have to get used to. I don't even know how I can describe the taste of acai berry. It's like pungent. It's a pungent berry that has like a slight off taste to it, but I don't know what the off taste is. Yeah, earthy. I would agree that it tastes very earthy. The original one tastes like medicine. It was for truckers and not bubbly. Is Red Bull normally bubbly? At least what's nowadays Red Bull? Some people said it tastes like dirt, but people keep putting sugar and fruit on top of it, so it tastes like sugar. Yeah, I have also had dragon fruit before, and I find that dragon fruit doesn't really have a lot of taste to it. But I could have also gotten a non-ripe dragon fruit because it was already pre-cut, because I wasn't going to attempt to figure out how to pick out a good one. So I should probably try tasting that again. Because I feel like it would be tasty if it was properly ripe. Dragon fruit is very mild flavor, but the texture is amusing. It's very soft. I had green coffee, never again. Like, green coffee beans to chew on? I don't know how that sounds kind of funky. Green coffee beans. I know that I have because I buy them for Mama Faye because she gets a lot more headaches than I do. And hers is like chocolate covered, dark chocolate covered coffee beans. Very, very good for headaches. I do have some, I do have coffee candy that's made with real coffee as well. Because you got to get what you can get. You may not have like a caffeine addiction and you're getting like caffeine withdrawals with the lack thereof of caffeine to give you a headache. But caffeine is a good thing for headaches and migraines to help get rid of them. It's fairly useful. Yeah, pre-cut fruit, if you really inspect the fruit, you can get good cantaloupe and good watermelon, but strawberries are almost always going to look kind of like they're goopy. Always get full strawberries, unless you're getting like chocolate covered ones. Watermelon, it has to look darker red, but most of the time that it looks darker is when it's already kind of fermenting. It's making itself into wine. I don't know why when they do pre-cut fruit, why they don't get like really good cuts. They don't pick out the ripe ones. The watermelon's kind of hard to get ripe on the first go around. It's a little difficult. Because you can tap the watermelons all you want and look at the outside of the watermelon, but you still find that, oh, I have chosen a non-ripe watermelon. That. Put back on for a sec. Make it easier. Oh, whoops. Wrong layer. Hello. Nope. I'm gonna have to fix that side. Best cut in your house, oxygen is problematic to fruits. Yes. Especially cut apples. Cut apples turn brown so quickly. You gotta add the lemon juice to it so it doesn't look like somebody's beat the apple. There's just some fruits I'm also afraid to take home. Because watermelon, difficult. Always feel like I'm bringing home a bad watermelon. Cantaloupe, Mama Faye can choose out a pretty good cantaloupe. I think Papa Faye is the one that has the best skills when it comes to getting a watermelon. But he usually doesn't come into the grocery store, so... We settle if we can find good pre-cut watermelon that you like eat the same day or over like the next couple of days. Most fruits oxidize very fast. It's hard to stop the fermentation process. It really is kind of nuts how quickly it ferments when you have fruit that you've already chosen off the shelf pre-cut because you have no idea when they pre-cut it. Which is why whenever I look for pre-cut fruit or parfaits that they've pre-cut fruit in, if it has a decent amount of liquid in the bottom, don't get it. If it looks like the edges of the fruit is much darker than like the rest of it, then you know it's already in that fermentation process. Watermelons, melons, and cantaloupe, you just need to tap to see if they are ripe. I think Mama Faye utilizes like the ends of the cantaloupe and also tapping and like the heftiness of it. Papa Faye, I think he can just tap on the watermelon and be completely fine. He has skills that I do not possess. Oh, you guys want to know something funny? This happened the other day. I somehow lost my slippers in the house and I couldn't find them and couldn't figure out where they went. And I think it was right after getting home from grocery shopping and I'm just pooped. I hurt, I don't want to get up. And apparently Papa Faye had found my slippers and I left them in their room, in Mama and Papa Faye's room. And he taunts me with the slippers. He comes into my room while I'm doing something and he's just leaning up against the door frame and he waits until I make eye contact with him and then he like wiggles my slippers and then slowly walks away. He did that like three or four different times. I think it was like 3 times in total. The second time he comes back, he says nothing the entire time doing this. And he comes back the second time, leans up against the door frame, waits for me to realize that he's there. And then he wiggles my slippers again, says nothing, walks away. And I was like, give me back my slippers. And I could hear him slapping the slippers on the banister, letting me know that he still had them in his possession. He was being in full-on gremlin mode. Well, I didn't want to get up to get my slippers. And the third time he popped up, once again, waited for me to acknowledge him as he's leaning up against the door frame. And then he brings his hands up. There's nothing in his hands. And he like wiggles his fingers, showing me that he doesn't have them. And then he leaves. I'm like, oh, okay. He left them outside the door or something. And it's hours later. He's asleep. I finally actually get up and I'm trying to look for my slippers. They are nowhere to be seen. This man hid my slippers and for like a good 20 minutes. I could not find them. At least he was kind enough to get your slippers, yeah. Yeah, he refused to elaborate anything. And he even went up to one of the other Fae in the house. He says, I have them. He whispers to them, I have them. Because I was telling everyone I couldn't find him to keep an eye out for my slippers. He is the goblin. He is the goober goblin that hid my slippers. This man, Papa Faye, is not one to usually like get up and go do things. He's like, can you grab my phone for me? This man hid my slippers downstairs. He took them from the bedroom that he found them in downstairs, and we have like this basket that holds onions and potatoes and things. He put them in the basket with the onions. I spent 20 minutes looking for those slippers. Papa Faye in an underpants. Is an underpants gnome that's all grown up? Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with that statement. That's so funny. Why did you change your profile pic back? It was perfect. I got asked, why'd you change your profile picture? I love that there's like different different reactions to the to the fact that I had that as my profile picture on YouTube for a little bit. I'll probably change it back. It's just a silly moment, really funny. I'll probably put it back. I tried to put the GIF version up on Blue Sky, but I couldn't figure out how to keep it as a GIF, which made me kind of sad. Because I thought for a moment that I was going to be able to have it completely just be a blinking GIF. If I had Discord Nitro, I would have it on there as a GIF. God, my nose is stuffy today. Papa Faye, hell no, Cinderella Prince, go away. Your foot fixation is weird. I don't think that I'm Cinderella, but if I was Cinderella, I would have lost just one singular slipper. I lost both of them. The brief period of time you could have a GIF as a YouTube profile pic. I don't remember the having it as a YouTube profile pic, but I know Twitter did have it. Twitter was cool back in the day. Back then. Who knows if it'll ever be cool again. Ooh, okay. I don't like how that's turning out. I need a little back color on there. that looks pretty good. There we go. Darken that up a little bit. Pop out more. That curse moment in Stick of Truth, man, I was glad when I was playing nobody else. Stick of Truth? What is Stick of Truth? Oh, South Park. I've not played that game before. Or have I really watched anything South Park related? Stick of Truth, or South Park in general has some very raunchy raunchy jokes, which is not for everyone. Now, to add a little bit more like color to this, do you think I should add various splashes of green with leaves? Because the only real green that I have on here right now is the earrings. I think that might change the belt to more of a brown color. Have that be a leather color. I think this might be a little bit too uniform. Keep it simple, looks good already? Okay. Alpha layer. Angelic Peach. No, this is a whole different character. The model looks more like an angel than an elf. That is exactly what I'm going for. This is not me. This is just a character design I'm coming up with. Because I know that the backside has more like little green bits in it, but you can't really see it from the front. Green nail polish? Oh, that sounds like a good idea. Let's see what that looks like. I would have to need a You need to make the hands look more like hands rather than blocks. Or maybe, no, actually it should be fine the way that it is. Use a darker green. And a different brush. This brush is a little bit too grainy for that. It looks like a clubfoot. Oh my goodness. The shape of a hand. You know what? That actually kind of looks cool, but what if we add... Have it really like poison ivy-esque? It's like you have the tips. Oh, yeah. Have the tips red. Then maybe have the nails actually a little bit longer then. So you have the good contrast between the two. I can't see. Maybe. Maybe. Oh my goodness, there's so many layers. Sorry if you can hear me sniffling. I have my mic kind of close to my face. Especially if I accidentally like lean one way or the other. Yeah, sniff a sniff. If that's what you heard, I'm sorry. My nose is a little bit stuffy. Not horrible though, which I'm actually surprised. Maybe it's because I really blew my nose earlier. I didn't. More commenting on the possibility of silly sounds. Well, I'm glad that you can't actually hear it. I keep thinking, because I'm so close to the microphone, that it's just gonna, like, the noises are just gonna happen. Because I know sometimes you guys can hear when my throat gurgles. But I guess that's more audible than me sniffing. Oh, that's too big. Hi, Sai. I knew you were napping. I had a feeling. I had a thought that you were. Not feeling too great, neither am I. I hope you feel better. It's not great feeling unwell when it's hot outside. Because I feel like when it's winter, it's a little more tolerable. Because you're not, if you have a fever, you're not dying, literally. Oh my god, my butt's falling asleep. And I'm still sweating. What the heck? When you notice that when you move around and how your back is making contact with your pillow. It's a little sweaty. Just a bit. You couldn't sleep last night? I thankfully slept. Because the past couple of days, or the past week, has been pretty bad when it comes to sleeping. And I know that I said that we were gonna have like an aches and pains talking stream, but you know what? Let's talk a little bit about some of the stuff today. It's been a horrible week. I had a domino effect of all sorts of things and the beating stick that went along with it. I'm happy that last night with the comedy, I did so many things. The combination of I took 8-hour Tylenol, I took melatonin gummies, I took an iron, with some vitamin C tea. I rubbed magnesium lavender lotion all over my face and my shoulders. And I had a full, like, 2-liter frozen water bottle wrapped up in a microfiber cloth, and I hugged that to sleep. I still didn't fall asleep for hours, but it was a lot more comfortable than it had been the past week. Highly recommend. Even if you have AC, sometimes you need that extra little bit of cooling. Full on, completely frozen water bottle, 2 rubber bands, and a microfiber. Wrap it around it. Wrap around the rubber bands, keep it in place. Hug that. It's amazing. I used to do that a lot when I lived in a house that didn't have built-in AC, and that was a godsend. That was just lovely. I used to be able to sleep on command. I have never, ever been able to do that. I have to be, like, properly exhausted, and even when I'm exhausted, I just don't fall asleep. It's awful. You can just be perpetually exhausted for who knows how long, be up 24 hours, and then actually finally conk out at some point. I'm actually kind of happy that I kind of slept last night. Where's that one? Where's the... Now, should I keep the wings completely white and just have that darker, like, pinky tone shadow? Or should I add, like, a tinge to the ends of the feathers? I can't sleep unless I take my meds plus melatonin. Yeah. I'll sleep eventually. But whether or not they have that eventually is like a day or two after is the bit. Aid of bodily functions. I've never, even as a baby, maybe for the first couple weeks as being a baby, I slept and then barely slept after that. It happened to be when I was at my healthiest. Who could have guessed there would be a correlation? Yeah. If you're healthy and have very little issues, bodily wise, I think also mentally, because a lot of the times it's either your body itself is doing it to you, or your brain is giving you like a million things to think about, and then that in conjunction with each other just have it's just it's a recipe brewing for insomnia. Just not great. Not a fun time. I can't get over how funky these feet look. Oh my god. Just don't make too nice feet. Make too nice feet. People pounce whenever you, when you never expect it. Yeah, I mean everybody has their own things that they like. That's okay. Just don't be weird about it. Don't be a weirdo. And then everything's a-okay. You know what? I think this turned out better than I thought it was going to. I thought this was going to take a lot longer to think out. This actually turned out pretty good. I think I hear Binks on the outside of the door. I think he's making noises. We might have zoomies outside the door. Baby girl. Hi. I think she hears her brother. She's been in here the entire time I've been streaming, too. Which is a surprise because it's very, very hot in this room. It is... Oh, God. No wonder I feel toasty. It is 89.2 degrees in my room with 36% humidity Fahrenheit. Thank God it's not more than 90. So I think that we might kind of wrap up soon. It is toasty. Yeah. Yeah, it's not fun trying to accidentally, you know, slow roast yourself in the room. So it's always a great time doing that. I think we have come up with a pretty intricate design, though. I like it. I like how it has turned out. So I have to figure out what the backside looks like. I think the backside's going to be very important. And let's get... Oops. I mean, do that. Get another symmetry ruler. There. Create the small of the back. I hope that this has been a relaxing 2 hours for you guys. You're quite relaxing, I'm glad. Good, 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 good. Good, good, good. I was originally going to utilize voice mod for the sound effects, but for some reason it said, oh, you need to contact customer service or customer support because it wouldn't load. So I might need to re-download it. I'm glad that I have the alternative of this. You're breaking in your markers? Yes. We're all doing art together in some way, shape, or form. We're all sitting here with a picnic basket. Just with the nice cool wind, nice breeze going through. Just drawing. Just having a good old time. The good thing about using new supplies is that you... The good thing about using new supplies you've never used is that you're allowed to suck. Yeah! You're allowed to make mistakes and think about how to utilize it. Is breaking in new supplies is a pain in the butt. New supplies, new tools, new brushes. Because if you have brushes that if you're physically painting, utilizing brushes that you've broken in basically is the best. Because you know the ins and outs of those tools, but when you have to get new, that's when the trouble starts. You're just like you're suddenly thinking, it's like, oh my god, I forgot how to draw. The tools really do make the artist sometimes. Because if you have even digital art, if you do not have an idea of how to use your tools, it's the same thing with utilizing assets and 3D and things like that. If you are just slapping it on there, it's not gonna look good. You gotta work with it. You gotta make it look good. You gotta practice. Practice makes perfect. Well, not perfect, but better. Practice is what leads into knowing how to do art. Time and effort makes things better. Because nobody's perfect. And that's okay. Being too perfect, where's the fun in that? Because then you don't have like all the creativity that goes along with it. Peach arts very well. I'm glad that I do. I have come a long way in my art. It did not used to look like this. It was definitely not like this long time ago. Oops. There. Art is about putting in a lot of effort. Effort and time is always the thing. You don't like how it looks? Continue working on it. At some point, it's gonna be something that you're satisfied with. Give Michelangelo a finger paint and he'll make a masterpiece with it? Exactly. Tools. Any tool can be utilized to make art. There's people who make art with ballpoint pens. You can make art out of anything. And if somebody says you're not an artist and you do things like Sai does crochet, that's art. That's creating something. That's bringing something to life. Yeah, assisting Chapel with finger painting, that would be really cool. Never used markers, by the way. I'm a pen, pencil, and microfiber artist. For some reason, found them intimidating. That's okay. Everybody has their own medium. People use markers. People literally use Crayola crayons. There's people who take art beyond what's traditional. Like, they'll still do canvases, but they'll add, like, actual real-life items into it. I've seen one recently where they took 3D and 2D, that they're painting everything, but then they also, like, glue onto the canvas, say, they're painting cloth. And they'll glue some actual cloth that blends in with the painting. And it's really, really cool. Making marble statues. That's an art that takes a lot of time and dedication to make it look as real as it does. It's just amazing. Just absolutely gorgeous. Art is about also having fun. Everybody has different art skills. Everybody has different levels. Doesn't mean that it's any less pretty. Because usually, when some of my friends ask for like art advice, like what can I do to improve this, or what there's something wrong with this, but I'm not sure entirely what. I was like, what do you think is wrong with it? What do you want to fix about it? What about it looks weird to you? How can I help you? And when they give me their concerns, I give the ideas of like a couple of different ideas that they could to make something look better. Because I'm no expert, but sometimes getting outside perspectives on something, like you guys giving me ideas about like what could be too much for a piece of art, or what can look better. Outside perspective is always very helpful when it comes to art, because if you yourself are working on something that is something that you've worked on for, let's say, like 8 hours, and you're kind of sick of looking at it, you're only gonna see the flaws. That's why it's good to take breaks. It's good to take breaks and to take a step back, because then you're just going to see all the flaws all the time, and then you're not going to be satisfied with the piece. I don't think this makes sense fabric-wise, but it's okay. It's not meant to be. It's not meant to be accurate. Yeah, you are your own worst art critic. No, art is about suffering and being self-conscious. Mm. Don't be self-conscious. It's okay. It's okay to not like something that you're working on. It's either that you can scrap it, that is an option, but you can also continue to work with it, mold it into the shape that you want it to be. And it could be that you have to mold it into a better shape on a different day. Totally random and related to each other. Do you have any rock songs, preferably classic but not required? You particularly like, also how familiar are you with JoJo Bizarre Adventure? I've only ever heard some songs from JoJo, and I've seen clips of JoJo, but I've never actually watched JoJo. As for classic rock songs, oh god, I can't think of anything off the top of my head for classic rock songs, but I can only really think of like early 2000 songs. But what's funny is that you do have some classic rock songs with Nickelback, even though some of them have some very dubious lyrics. Nickelback has a lot of very good songs, which I feel like is more like a classic rock. I could also be wrong on the genre of it. JoJo is so manly that goes a full circle. Goes full circle and the scale starts to be gay. It's amazing. It's kind of hard not to. I mean, even if they are fully straight characters, it's kind of hard not to go that direction, especially with the clothing style, the way that they act, and all of the memes and headcanons that go along with it. I see it. Why is it that I can't think of any classic rock song off the top of my head other than Nickelback? There's so much more. There's Journey. Journey has some really good songs that are classic rock. Has some very soft songs. I don't think Journey... No, is it... It should be Journey. Journey and there's something else. I can't... Is Journey also... I want to stand with you on a mountain. I want to bathe with you in the sea. That is Journey, isn't it? Maybe it's Journey? Yeah. Oh no, Savage Garden. Savage Garden has a lot of good songs too. Not Journey. Journey is good though. I'm asking because I want to try to start theory crafting a stand for you, and they're almost all named after rock songs. Although, push comes to shove, a stand called Nickelback to describe a snail with an indestructible shell isn't a bad start. I like that idea, to be honest. I actually kind of like that thought process. That's really great. My favorite is Vanilla Ice, and they changed it in the dub. Vanilla, really? I like Vanilla Ice. It's I think I've only ever heard one song from Vanilla Ice was when they put his song Ice Ice Baby in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I don't think that I ever heard anything else from him. Same thing with Rick Astley. The Never Gonna Give You Up song. I've only ever heard that one song from him, but I know that he's done more things than that. There's so many artists that have like that one-off song, Ice Ice Baby, Never Gonna Give You Up. I'm sure there's more, but I can't place it. I wanna stay with you on the mountain. I wanna bathe with you in the sea. Wanna stay like this together till the sky falls down over me. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles song. It's look up Vanilla Ice and Ice Ice Baby. They played it. I can't remember if it was the first or second movie, and it was them fighting inside of a I think it was like a club that they were fighting the ninjas in a club. Doing? Oh my goodness. Hi. I look over and I hear some sort of like clanging noise. I have my fan that's currently sitting on a stool, so it sits higher up and further away from where it's plugged in. This girl is on her bag, one claw hooked onto the cord of my fan, and she's just wiggling it back and forth. Oh my goodness. You know what? I'm gonna text somebody to let you out. She's at the door. I am way too scrunched up in here. There we go. Let's hope they see that text message. Cats being cats. I know. She's so cute. She doesn't usually play with cords like that, though. I guess because she's stuck in here while her brother is probably in zoomy mode and she wants to play. This is what she gets for following me into my room. My cats are only allowed to be on my lap in my room. I don't trust them. With the way that I have my cords and stuff set up, unless they're on the desk, I don't trust them. Everywhere else is kind of free game unless they get stuck in the closet. Though I have cleaned up in there recently, so she who likes to put her paws in everything, and if we don't clip her often enough, she gets her paws stuck on things. I've heard it to where I heard a clacking noise in the closet, and she's just on top of some box in there with one paw stuck in a coat. Microphone. This cat, sorry, I hit the microphone. It's probably better now. This cat, she'll get stuck in the closet by one claw getting stuck in a coat while she's sitting on a box, and I'll go in there because I hear clacking noises of the coat hangers, and I'll go in there and investigate, and she gives me the most pitiful meow once we make eye contact. I'm like, mother, help, mother, save me. I have never tested the theory that they're afraid of cucumbers. I don't want to be that mean to them. I love my cats too much to torture them to test the theory. I always felt like people who did that were really mean, but I mean, it is also funny, but I have no heart to do that to my cats. Or I have a heart to not do that to my cats. Yeah, people who, unless their cats really do like that, because there are some cats that play like that, where they're doing like hide and go seek or hiding in general and then pouncing on you. If a cat likes that, then yes. If not, no. Like, not all cats like to be chased. Emily likes to be chased. I don't think anybody heard my text message. Hold on, I'm gonna let you free. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna free her. Oh, I'm gonna have to shove all this back. Hi, baby. Meow. Oh my goodness! Oh my god! Okay. Ooh! Well, that shows how much I was sweating. Oh my god! Okay, the ice bottle may have helped, but oh my goodness, I just touched my pillow because I'm sandwiched between the gaming lap pillow and my own pillows to be able to keep myself propped up. It is so sweaty! Oh my god! I'm gonna lean forward for now. Because, oh my god! Oh, my poor pillows. Okay, let's see how this is gonna sit. One moment. Yeah, I'm gonna sit here for a little bit and drink my drink. It is so toasty. It's so toasty. My God. I hope you guys are also hydrating. I'm gonna get a lot of additional water after this. Because the only thing that I have currently is a smidge of coffee left and my electrolyte drink. Your cousin's cat ate the cucumbers? I know that there's some cats that go feral over watermelon, and I've seen some go feral over dragon fruit as well. Thankfully, our cats, they have, we haven't fed them specifically human food or food that's not meant for kitties. We've been feeding them their own cat food and churu. They get a tube a night as their nightly treat. And I think it's only recently now that Binks has been actually he got into Mama Faye's cottage cheese. He licked the remnants out of the bowl. He's getting cheekier by the day. One of them like licking olives. That's kind of cute, but are olives okay for cats? At least it was just licking them. Did I flip this around? No, it should be on that side, right? Yeah, it's on that side. This is on the proper side. Olives may be too much salt. I know that there's several things that cats are not allowed to eat or that is toxic to them. Grapes I know is one. Grapes, raisins, because grapes. They can eat various flowers, like lilies are really toxic, and I think most flowers in general are toxic to cats. Yeah, a little cottage cheese is definitely not going to hurt him. The cats are lactose intolerant, so you can't give them an abundance of milk or an abundance of anything dairy. So when you see those TV shows or anime episodes where they pick up a cat and they give it like a saucer of milk, don't do that. Unless it's specifically made for the cats, do not give them just milk out of your fridge. It is not good for kitties. What layer? What? Oh. Oh, that's what I did. That's fine. Yeah, Garfield loves lasagna, but most of the... I don't know if all recipes for pasta usually has garlic in it. Don't give your cat garlic. Garlic, onions of the sort. Also not good for kitties. God, what layer am I doing this on? God dang it. I'm getting my layers mixed up now. I think it's about time to wrap things up soon. Here I said I wasn't gonna go too long, but look, it's been just about 3 hours. I think I'm just gonna completely scrap this additional sleeve as we are going a completely different route. We have changed tactics. The other sleeve is gone. It was never there in the first place. God dang it. Hold on. 1 second. I hate doing that. Because I have 2 of the same canvas open, so sometimes I can accidentally Accidentally. Holy crap. Close it. And then I think, oh my god, I lost everything. Also, I have not saved once during this entire time. I am lucky that nothing went wrong. Save it. Save that way. Oh my god. I was playing with fire there. Playing with fire like a moron. Always save. Save every 30-minute intervals. If not, you might have something bad happen. Gotta be careful. You gotta be careful. So far, I think this has turned out well. I know I've been saying that this entire time, but I am actually pretty satisfied with this. I like it. It turned out good. Better than I expected. Be like Jesus and keep saving. You gotta make sure that you continue to save so you don't lose progress. Progress is the worst thing that you could be losing. Just imagine working on this for longer than I have now. And just losing everything. I would be so devastated. And then the only thing that I would have that is even reminiscent of it is just this stream. Like, oh, I did create that, but I don't have the file anymore. I would be so mad. Would have been so angry. Yeah, obsessive compulsive saving. I think some people have probably even made macros. Like, it saves every 20 minutes or every 5-minute intervals, every 5 seconds. Yeah, only the paranoid survives. When it comes to art, you gotta be paranoid. Like, did I save? Maybe this is why I have such a paranoia when saving in video games. I think this is where it stems from. Oh no, I now fully understand why that is. I have a thought process about that now. I have a chronic saving problem. This kind of looks like cauliflower, but it's not. I promise. I promise you it's not. Why why they call it baby's breath. Why do they call it baby's breath? As a gamer, rotate saves are a must. Having auto saves is very nice, but when sometimes it auto saves at the worst time frame, which is why I love having regular save slots. But I've learned that BioShock Infinite is solely autosave. So hopefully we're not missing out on anything. Here we go. Hopefully we're not missing anything when we go back into... Oh, I know where that's from. There. I was trying to figure out what was on that layer as I was deleting some of the extra. Baby's breath. There's no need for the green in the baby's breath. I think I'm done with this for today. We came up with I think a pretty decent concept. I don't think that there's too much left to flesh out. Yay! Let's get some close-ups. Because the main thing I just wanted to do was figure out an outfit. I thought about doing a mascot already for it, but I don't know exactly what to do for a mascot for this kind of character. Because I don't know whether or not somebody wants like a mascot like pre-made with the character. Because I know sometimes mascot characters are more so made off of like the interactions and the personality of the person that is behind the character. I might just leave that be and just flesh out the actual design. When I get the chance, I will show the individual bits. So I think that I should. Let me get the one that doesn't have. We'll take a screenshot. Put in a different folder. Just grab the... Oh. Let's do... that. Oh, wait, never mind. That doesn't matter. Just gonna chop it out. Oh, that's right. I have to put the... the halo on too. And I said I was going to do petite wings, but we went a completely different route with that, and I think we made a good choice adding the really neat extra in terms of style wings. Copy and paste. And we'll go ahead and move what layers that on. Oh, that's not it. This one? Yes. Gonna make these smaller. So I have more room. Actually, get rid of this one. Erase that. Ooh, no, don't do that. Hey, when I click the wrong button. Get rid of those. Get rid of that. So that's just by itself. And then I can get rid of majority of this. So it's a little cleaner. Get rid of the angel wings. Get rid of that, get rid of this. I don't know what layer that's on. That can stay. That back on. What layer is this on? On the skin layer? Skin layer. Get rid of that one. Then grab that color, move that over so I have that. And there's this one. One's on that one. That. Is that just on that layer? What other layer is that on? Aha. Paste as one. Separate the colors. Oh god. Make that bigger so I can see. It's gonna be the eyes. Just adjusting the placement of things so it's a little more cohesive. Make a really tiny Master Chief in the Halo. That would be like the little hidden thing added to the Vtuber. That'd be funny. That'd be so funny. Okay, that... What the heck is that there? Wherever that little piece of art is from. I'll grab you. Whatever layer you're on. Ah, you're in 2 different layers. 3 different layers? No, 2 different layers. Okay. Copy and paste. And then, and get rid of it and that one. So now that is free floating. Free! Gonna cut it. Cut the entire layer. Bring it up top so it's all consolidated. Paste it. That's on top of the other one. Okay. That can go there. And now this entire layer, this entire folder is free to move. Oh, what the fudge? What layer is that on? Oh, is that still on the skin layer? Oh. Remove it! Cut it! Add it to the other ones. Paste. Merge. Now it's all... Yep, good. That. Now this whole layer... That whole layer is movable. This whole layer is movable. Okay, cool. Placements. Placements so it fits a little bit better. Because then I can hide the other reference sheet. This here. And I can situate that there, and then I can make this canvas smaller. There we are. That totally fits within the canvas. Now I select every single layer and shift it. So, sits better. And then when I get to the details of other things, like the eyes, showing like the petals, and everything. And then we're pretty much done with like the concept itself, and then it's just creating a more final piece. Yay! So let me do the halo real quick. Should I keep with the theme that it looks a little like segmented? Like it's not a whole complete halo. No. Reform. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think this is done for now. I shall put a blurry preview up of this on Twitter. I'll put a proper preview or a proper thing of it on Blue Sky. Yes, tiny Master Chief and the Halo would be adorable. Like this design, it goes very ethereal, whimsical. It's a person that plays nothing but Halo. Wait, the tiny Master Chief? Hold on. He's not gonna stay, but God, do I even remember what Master Chief looks like? I don't even think that I remember exactly what Master Chief looks like. His head just revolves around in a circle. Dun 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 dun. There, good enough. Oh wait, turn off the symmetrical tool. We'll just put right next to it. I know it's gonna look like Navi, but it's a little Cortana. Put him upside down, coming out from the halo. No, he's gonna sit up top. He's like right in the middle, like orbiting like a planet. Oh, there we go. He has like little Saturn rings. This is not staying in the final product, but it's funny. The little things that people put in their art. I think there is a fair few artists that hide Among Us shaped things in various pieces of their art. No, don't get rid of Baby Chief. But what if somebody doesn't want baby baby Master Chief in their design? What if they don't want it? Okay, save and save and save and save and save. Save PNG. Save Clip Studio style. Clip Studio. Get rid of that one. Don't save. Don't need it. And we're done. We're done for today. Look at it. Look at it. Yay. Why will they... I don't think anybody would hate a tiny Master Chief, but if it's like in the design of the main character. Yay. Ooh. I think this is like pretty good design for going 3.5 hours. So I think the last 30 minutes was just like little silly things. Just little tiny silly things. Big forehead. Yay. Baby Chief is the best feature. Is just right there. With a Navi, not Navi Cortana. Save once more. Save in all formats. PNG. Clip Studio. Yes. Resave as Clip Studio because I'm a weenie. Yay! Now I get to slap a watermark on it. I need to make a new watermark that looks a little bit better than what I have. 'Cause it is very small. Oh my god, it's too big. It's too small for this one. Oh no, I made this canvas too big. Whoop. Whoop. And then I gotta put an actual signature on it. Da-na-na-na. Me. Me. Da-da-da-da. You wanna know what my most hated part of Halo is dealing with the flood in the first game. Big pain in the butt. Did I do that on the wrong layer? That's fine, that can stay there. That can stay there. Wait, actually, oh yes. Cool. It didn't actually touch the... What? Paste. Put it right there. Yay! What? Snail signature? I would have to figure out how to do a snail signature. It'd be like... Oh god. Oh, that's... You know what? That's that's kind of cute. Oh, that's actually kind of adorable. I don't actually remember how to do a C in cursive, so I just kind of wing it sometimes. What is C in cursive? Oh, it's just basic. Okay. That's fine. It doesn't look like a C, but that's okay. Look at that. And then you put, like, the two additional... That's actually kind of cute. Medieval monks were the masters of putting tiny snails in pictures. Tiny snails. Tiny. I'm gonna cut that. Yes, I'm just gonna save this so I have it for later. Just a little silly something. Coming up with a good signature is hard. Especially one that is unique to you. Once again, save. And save. Save with and without the texture. With and without signature. Yeah. Okay, now we're done. I love how the first time the snail stuff came up, it was just a joke and you were so adamant on shutting it down. Now we all embrace the snail silliness. I think the most things that I still shut down now is the fact that I myself do not eat dirt. I eat like a normal elf. I am not a gremlin. I don't eat dirt. I don't eat tree bark. I don't eat stones. I think the entirety of that started with Stardew Valley. And that's how the eating of the dirt also came to be. Because I said lick the forest floor when we were having the moment with the wizard, and then it just divulged into me being a snail. Funnily enough, I think that was also the case with Subaru being a duck. We saw how that turned out. Exactly. The way that Subaru makes certain noises just sound duck-like, and then just the duck stuck. And then it became such a cute little thing, though. It's adorable. All the memes that came out of it. This is how people get their mascots. I still really like you guys as this little Peachy Peach thing, but the snails are a good alternative. I gotta show you guys. I don't remember where I saved it. It might have been in one of the many reference sheets I have. Where would I have put it? It's in this one. I'll open that up real quick. Because I still like you guys as like little peaches with like various different styles of faces and leaves. But always signature 2 leaves. Long little stick thin legs and arms. Like this one looks more like a mandrake. I still like the idea of this. But the snail, I don't think will ever go away. The snail is now a integral part of Peach HaleHaven. Yeah, how you're a jellyfish too. I totally forgotten we still need a banker hamster mecha at some point, but maybe that's okay. I have a crazy idea. Yeah, maybe what it is that you guys are these little peaches. You guys are these little guys, but there's a snail on the inside of this thing. It's kind of like how apples have worms. You guys have snails on the insides of the peaches. Oh, I gotta write that down. Where's my note? Where's my notepad? God, how would that translate into like a merch version? Do I put like a zipper on the backside of you guys and you just pull out a tiny snail? And that's you, actually. You guys pilot the Peachies. Lore has been made today. You just have like a smaller version of like the initial snail idea, and it's just a zipper on the back, like one of those invisible zippers. You pull that down, and it's just you guys. So that's not true in the mythical standpoint of it. It's just that you guys, that your soul, the core of your soul is a snail. It's a snail shell. Peach Extended Universe. In every game or story Peach has ever played, there's exactly one and only one character who is secretly a mecha being piloted by a tiny creature. Yes. Just like my brain pilots the meat Gundam? Yes. Yeah, the brain pilots the meat suit. Obviously, Peach is a snail that pilots the elf. We have the hamster banker. We need one more for Paper Mario. Ideas are being hatched today. Oh boy. Thought process. This is why you always don't come up initially completely by yourself. The concepts that come with VTubing, the mascot, the emotes, the some of the outfit ideas. You got to integrate some of the lore that gets made along the way. We still have to come up with a good name for you guys. I have Peachies just in general, because that's just what you guys are called. But there's not really a fan name of what you guys are. And I keep trying to come up with good ideas, but maybe I should think of some snail-oriented ones. Because now we have established that you guys are snails piloting a peach fruit suit. Now I can say, don't mention the deep magic to me, I was there. I'm happy with Peachy being the fan name. Oh, or do you mean, yeah, like a collective name? Because you guys, the individual is Peachy, but as a collective. Because it's like, God, what's a good one? I keep thinking, every time I think about it, I think of Ina's, which is Takodachi. And then there's the recently graduated Ike, who had Quildren. A quill pen and children is mixed together, which is very unique and fits with the character of him being a novelist. So I'm trying to think of something unique, but I don't know what. Yeah, the basket idea is always the peach basket. But I don't know how to like mesh all of them together into something unique and maybe silly, but something that fits. I have to brainstorm, but I'm not too sure. Yeah, HoloLive ones do have a lot of finesse to them as well. I think Callie's is Deadbeats, and that fits with the Reaper and Rapper aesthetic of Callie. Like Kiara's is really unique as well, because they went the whole chicken route with KFP. And that's another unique aspect as well, with the Phoenix being a chicken. And then Chum Buds for Gura. Also very cute. Okay, I should finish up my drink here. Ruffians to Fuamoko. Yeah. I like Grove too, but only as a potential ingredient in the pun. Yes. Grove, you definitely could. Grove fits in with the theme that I have here. Because you guys are all in a secret forest with me. Welcome back. Oh, big stretches. Emily has come in, stretchies and all. Hi, baby girl. I'm almost done. And then you'll have free reign of the room. Peach cores? Peach pits. See, Peach pits is something I've thought of as well, but I know that there might be confusion with I know that there's a manga artist called Peach Pit. Peach cores could, like, something core-wise could also work if we're gonna go off of the lore idea we just had. Also, hold on. Let me go to the other screen real quick. Let's go to the chatting room. The bedroom. I can close down all of Clip Studio. And I can't move this down. Mecha and Pilot. There's so many neat ideas that we could go off of, but I don't know. It's so hard. It's so difficult. Could just be totally unrelated, like how Game Crumbs calls their fans lovelies. Yes. It's so difficult to think of ideas for things and have them be unique enough. Oh, I'm gonna get rid of you guys. Oh my god, where? Yes, okay. It's so hard. I don't know. I don't know what to do. We'll figure it out at some point. Maybe in the many future chat streams we can think of something. Think of an idea of some sort. Oh, in there. There we go. I'm actually... Oh my god, it says 88 degrees. Why? Stop. Why am I okay right now? Why am I kind of okay being in this room? Snail brain? The snail brains. Because I gotta think of something that fits within the range of buddies or friends or something that is like an all-encompassing thing to refer to you guys. That's the thing that's kind of hard to think about. I had ideas for when I came up with a few tags for Twitter, and I know Food Haven was one of them, but I just did HalehavenFood because Food Haven as a tag was taken. Though I might take over a different tag on Twitter, not on Twitter, on Blue Sky. Peachlets, peach pilots. Oh, the peachlets! I'm gonna save that. Peachlets. That's a good one. Peach plus pilot. Equals. Peanuts. 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 The peanuts. Peachlets. Peachlets is a good one. Peanut. Peanut. Peach. Peachlets. That's also a good one for pilots. Pilots. Peanuts. Although it's harder to distinguish between peach and peas, yes. So secretly, we're all peas. The Petchas? Peach and mechas. Peach plus mecha equals Petchas. Peach mechas. Mecha. Petchas. Petchas! Petchas is a good one, too. The Petchas. The Peachy Party. I'm gonna head to the gym like I should be doing more often. Good luck at the gym. Don't forget to clean off the equipment before and after use. Even more so before use. Gyms are gross. I've seen videos about how gross gyms are. Be careful. Have a good time. Don't pull a hamstring. Hydrate a lot. Take care of yourself. Have a good gym day. The Petchas. Peach Mecha. The Peachas. I think Petchas work better than Peacha. The thing is, I feel like some of these would stand to replace Peachy, which I don't think we want. Yeah, Peachy as like an individual Peachies, but as a whole, you're Petchas. It's like sheep. Wait, no, wait. It's like. It's like geese and goose. Goose and geese. Peachies and Petchas. Peachies, Pealot. Petchas. Peachy Petcha. Yeah, plural. Oh my god, I'm degrading. I was doing so well today. What happened? I think my brain function started to go down with it being me literally slow cooking myself for 4 hours. I think it would work. Peach plus pilot, Pealot, or peachlets. Because then you get pilots. Pilot. Because it's like your inner soul is the snail. It's hard to think when you're already so comfy in bed. It is, isn't it? The only thing that accompanies your mind is pillow. Just being on a cloud. I gotta figure out what to feed myself after this. I gotta think of food. I had earlier, stuffed bell peppers, which was delicious. The peach riders. Because if I went Grove, which I think might be a little bit too like broad spectrum, like Grove tenders. Because I don't think I've ever really fully established lore for myself. I have ideas, but it's like it's gonna like shift a little some things in terms of a thought process with lore that I might someday figure out how to compile together. Grovers. Someday I will figure out how to do a lore video and compile lore. Because there's you guys, which we have now established. Snails piloting peaches. You're the peaches soul pilot is a snail. The snailers, snail drivers. I love it. Oh my goodness. The Grovers. We all live in trash cans. No, not trash cans. That's somebody else. Grover is the blue Super Grover. Blue puppet. Big nose. Yes, yes. Not Unibrow. Yeah, Grover is the blue. How is it that his name escapes me? Because I can think of Big Bird and Elmo and Snuffleupagus and goodness. How could I forget his name? Oscar. Oscar? Oscar the Grouch? Yes. You Googled, my brain accessed. Oscar the Grouch inside of his very enormous Mary Poppins trash can. My brain took a while to access that thought process. I remembered Sesame Street characters. Maybe it's because even though he is iconic, the ones that you remember the most are Big Bird, Elmo. Because Elmo's world and everything. He has such a big segment in Sesame Street. It's kind of sad that they're not making more episodes. I don't even remember when they decided to stop making Sesame Street episodes. A sad day where there's no more Sesame Street. Okay, I should wrap this up. Next time we have a chatting time like this, it's probably going to be talking about aches and pains, like a group of grandmas and grandpas in the old home. Inner Scargots. Escargot. Oh my god, you probably could do something with escargot. Sadly, it must be a way to start getting ready for a thing. Thanks for the stream and everyone. Remember your homework. If you have homework to do, don't forget to do it. Don't do it last minute. You'll stress yourself out. Mecha Scargo. Mecha Scargo. I love it. Mecha Scargo. Oh my goodness. Okay, this is all saved. This is all gonna stay here. What is that? Mech cargo. Mech cargo. Mech cargo. Mech cargo. We'll save that too. None of these are official yet, but we have ideas brewing. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you for all the input in thinking up the design for today's build of Vtuber. I hope that you guys stay healthy. Don't forget to feed yourself, hydrate, all that good stuff. Take care of the chores that need to get done, amongst other things. Don't put off your homework. Get it done in a timely fashion. No stress. It's gonna be a good rest of the week. I think that I have it. Let me triple check because I initially had it every other day. What am I doing? What am I doing tomorrow? What am I doing tomorrow? We're doing Great Ace Attorney tomorrow. Yeah. We're gonna hopefully maybe finish up the last bit of the last case of the first game. Who knows how many hours left there is actually. But we'll be going back into Great Ace Attorney tomorrow. I'll see you guys then. Bring your brain cells. Have a good night. Sleep well when you go to bed. If it's too hot in your room, highly recommend a frozen water bottle. Very helpful. Good night, everyone. Goodbye. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. Have good dreams when you go to sleep. Goodbye.